Hi, I'm TT Sessoms with Different Shades of Lipstick. I am the writer and producer, and we're partnered with Pushing Through the Pain. And today we're interviewing with Miss Lakisha Tabb. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
First of all, I'd like to ask you a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I am a mother of three, a grandmother of five. I'm also I am a, what do you call me? I'm a cosmetologist, makeup artist. I sing, I am a dance performer as well as I teach dance, and I am an actress. I've done short films, big films, and commercials. And yeah, that's what I do.
Wow, you do a lot. And you say you have
Yeah,
5 grandchildren?
I do.
You couldn't tell it by looking at you. You
Well,
go ahead
thank
with that
you.
glow.
That's part of the skincare that I do as well.
Okay.
I do natural product skincare.
So tell me a little bit about what your first role was. What was your first role as far as acting?
Well, my first role actually that I received was never actually completed, but I did get the opportunity to cast and go to a couple rehearsals, which was the movie American Dream, the Michael Jackson story. I did that at an age, I believe I was about 11 or 12, and I was going to play Janet Jackson. Um, so I got to encounter with that for a little bit. Unfortunately, I did never get to the opportunity to air with it, but just the opportunity of giving that chance was amazing.
I
So
know
that's my very first.
that excitement, especially at that age. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I just know you were just whoo. I mean, trying to contain that kind of excitement for something that big. Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
wow. I bet your whole family, everybody in the house, your look, cousins calling you out of the woodworks and everything, like, girl, yeah.
Yes, they started calling me Penny after that. I was called Penny for a very long time, but it was great. But actually, that was my first role and acting. But I started off as a model, and I was Miss Teen Virginia Beach at the age of 10. I started there, Teen Virginia Beach, and I also was on Star Search at the age of 10. If
Wow.
y'all remember that story, I mean that show was a long time ago.
Wow, I do
Yes,
remember that show. I mean, you've been in the I guess public eye since you were very young.
yes,
Wow,
yes.
you and Stasia
Um,
are best friends.
yes. And then I actually was your face of Fox 43. I was running for that as well. That was probably about 10 years ago.
Wow, and at such an early age. Um, I am very excited and happy to hear that for the opportunities, especially for people who look like me, and given starting out in such an early, age as well. That's exciting in itself. I'm very happy for you.
Well,
Um,
thank you.
I was going to ask you a little bit. How do you feel about casting in this role? Like, were you comfortable? Were you nervous?
Actually, I was very comfortable after reading the script. It was so me. I can say that doing stage presence, that is different for me. I haven't done stage since high school, so it's very, very different. Actually having to perform live um, versus TV because TV you can make mistakes and they can edit it, versus play it's live, it's no take backs. You did it, it's done. It was
That is
comfortable. I
true.
love the Yeah, I love the character. The character is definitely me, so I love the character.
Now, you play the character of Jackie in Different Shades of Lipstick. How is her character very different or very similar to any other roles that you've had in the past?
Um, it's very I mean, it's very similar because Jackie is a very energetic, positive person that you can tell just from the script that she loves life and loves everything around it. Um, and she's very critique I could say about herself and presence. She feels positive that she may be one age, but she looks a different age. So a lot of the roles that I get, that's the type of person that I actually portray. um, very what's the word? I don't know. I'm not gonna. No, I don't want to use that word because I might be saying something different. But very energetic, just very positive, ready to out there mingle, have fun. A person that everybody likes to come to and talk to because she's that loving, outgoing person.
Hmm.
So it's very similar on majority of my characters. So yeah, only thing I would say would be different is like my current role that I'm playing. I am devious, um, which is different from me because people they normally see me as the happy person, not behind the scenes trying to take somebody out. But
Right.
so my that's the difference. That's the difference in it because I will be I'm always happy. I'm a happy person, a happy character.
All right. Now, how was it working with the cast and the production team in this particular project?
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Everyone is was very welcoming, um, and very helpful, ready to work with each other. So there's a lot of team play going on in there. So it's really good. And then the writers was awesome people, and to even welcome me in on a short notice was amazing. So I appreciate the opportunity, and I love the cast and everyone in it.
I appreciate you coming on board. I know it was kind of short notice for you and everything, but I am just so grateful that you was like, okay, you know, let me check my schedule, let me see what I can do, and you were willing to help out, that you thought enough about this production that would be something that you wanted to be a part of. I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much. In that. My next question I have for you, besides yourself, which actor in this production would you say would blow the audience away?
Tina,
Tina? And why so?
Tina, because she is feisty. And her personality as an individual to go with the character, it just matches. Like she's on point, she's on cue, she's ready. So I think that she would bring it out. She'll put the energy in it, and she'll bring laughter to the audience because
Mhm.
she's out the box. You never know what she's gonna say. So
That is
yeah,
so
so I
true.
think Tina would probably be.
That is so
I
true. You
think she
never
would be
know.
the one that would kind of yes.
Now, let me ask you a little bit about the acting industry itself. What are some of the difficulties when getting into the acting business or challenges you might have found?
Casting is the biggest. Trying to competing again for the part on a lot of things is a challenge because everybody wants the part. So
Mhm.
being able to go up and bring presentation and say, okay, I am her, I am she or he, I can do this, and having to go against other people and after that it's the waiting process to find out if you receive the part. Um, that would probably be the biggest challenge, and then sometimes it's the in the industry lines change constantly, um, because people are in or out. They got to change a scene, add a scene, move a scene. So you learn the whole entire script, and then boom, 2 days before production, it's like, oh, we had to cut this. We're going to put you here, and you got to learn this line real quick. So sitting on the plane, the train, the bus, and the car, you're reading, trying to learn your script because on set, it's they want more so not wanting you to have a paper in front of you.
Yeah.
It's know your lines, basically. That's the bottom line, know your lines. So that's probably the most part that you struggle with.
So I know you started at a young age. How did you get started in the acting industry and how was your first experience?
Well, actually, I was attending school in Virginia Beach, and actually, believe it or not, I was the only African American in the entire school.
Wow.
And my principal, my principal was African, and he always told everybody, that I was the cutest little thing walking around the school, and I was always very prissy. So I have my little shoes, and I always wanted to wear a dress. But I had a teacher that I wanted to mimic, and I
Mhm.
just everything about her I loved. So I started becoming her character. I became her because I watched her. So when I started becoming her, the principal one day says, "You know what? You need to be on TV somewhere. You need to be in the spotlight." And he called his sister, who was actually she ran a modeling company,
Mhm.
and he's like, "You have to see her." So she actually came to the school, and I believe I was in fourth grade, and she came to the school to meet me. Um, and then she says, "I want you to run away." And okay, so I did the runway, and then they said, "We want you to do stills." So then I did stills. So that's how it all became. And then I had a girlfriend. Um, and I used to love to dance. We loved to dance. So we found out Star Search was coming, and we asked, "Could we go?" So our parents said, "Why not?" It was being hosted in Virginia, in Norfolk. And she said, "Why not?" And they we rehearsed, and they took us, and I was good until the Ed McMahon said the wrong thing to a 10-year-old. And that was, mind you, I'd never been on TV before. So when he tells me at the start line, he says, um, go out there and do your best because 5 million people are watching.
Ooh.
So in my mind, there was 5 million people in the audience, and I froze. I
Oh.
froze. I completely froze. And then they didn't call the name. We had a group name. They didn't call the group name. They called my name. So I wouldn't go out on stage.
Oh.
So they kept saying, it's you. So I wouldn't go. So my friend, she went out and she performed. And then when I realized she was just out there doing it, she was like, look, I'm going to do with it without you. So then I went into an acting, my own acting. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play it off. And I came out and flipped and went into the dance with her. I didn't know what else to do because she was already angry with me. She was looking at me like, oh, we're not friends no more. So I had to come out and do something. So I just flipped and went on out there, and we did it. We did not win, of course, but it was a great opportunity. But then that's all happened there. And then one day we were coming by the scope, and we saw this line of, like, it looked like 10,000 people. And
Wow.
I'm nosy. I said, Mom, what are they doing? What are those people for? And she said, I don't know. And then it's the audition. So my mother says, oh, it's 1 million people out there. You're never going to make it. And I said, well, can we just try? She said, you're going to be the last person. And I said, can we just try? She said, I'll give you 1 hour. She said, I'm going to sit in this car for 1 hour. But what I said, what God has for you is for you. Because when I stood out there, the man was coming. I was the very last person. These people not been out there since 5 a.m. This is like 4:30 p.m. And the man was walking past me, and he tripped. And when he tripped, I grabbed him and said, "Are you okay?" And he looked up and he was like, "My Janet." And he took me straight to the front.
Wow.
I didn't even wait 15 minutes.
Wow. And with a line full of people.
Hmm.
Wow. God in favor. Woo.
Yes.
God in favor. So what suggestion would you give to young aspiring actors out there?
First and foremost, go for it. If it's a passion, if it's a dream, if you feel it in your heart, go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't worry about the age, whether you're young or old. Go for it. A lot of times we let things bypass us or get away from us because we're scared of opportunity, we're scared of rejection, and we're just scared to move forward. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid because afraid people don't get nowhere.
That is so true.
so,
That is so
so
true.
go for it. Yes, that is the biggest thing I can say. The biggest line I have is go for it. Don't hold back. Don't, because you'll miss a golden opportunity.
I have another question as far as your acting technique. Do you have a specific technique to create a believable character?
Um, well, I do try to become the character. So actually, it's basically more so once I read it and get it down pat. Um, the mirror is your best friend. The mirror is your best friend. I've done the mirror thing, and now with technology, you can film yourself and look back at it and, and rehearse with yourself. Record yourself, rehearse with yourself in the mirror. I like the mirror because the mirror doesn't talk back.
Mhm.
And the video is also the best because you can see your mistakes and you can critique them, and then you can better it and better it better. So yeah, mirror and camera always.
All right, that's great. What has been your motivation and your drive for success in your acting career?
It's just been a personal, and every year it's like around Thanksgiving, she would ask, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And she would ask each of us. It was 14 of us grandkids, so she would always ask, "What do you want to be?" And everybody would say doctors, lawyers, veterinarians. I even one of them said a bum. Hey, but everybody had a job that they had in mind. When she got to me, I said, and I think I was probably about 8 or 9, and I said, a star. And she said, I'm gonna hold you to that. She said,
Oh,
because I already believe that you are. I'm gonna hold you to that. So when my grandmother passed away, she actually passed away 3 or 4 years later after that. And I made a promise. I said, I'm gonna be a star, and that's what I'm going to be.
amen. Um, what would you say to your fans?
Oh goodness. Keep cheering me on, keep pushing me, so that I can push myself. Because your fans are everything. Without them, you are really don't exist. So your fans is who makes you. So y'all keep pushing me, keep encouraging me, keep giving me wisdom and the drive. Because I couldn't be where I am without you, and I can't get to where I'm going without you.
And how can people follow you and contact you?
They can follow me on Facebook. With my first name is Lakisha, Lakisha, no E, and last name is Tabb, Tabb. And all of my platforms are the same name, as such as Instagram and Snapchat. Oh, and TikTok.
All right. Was there any last words that you would like to leave?
Just keep faith, keep God first in everything. Um, Continue to be positive within yourself so that you can be positive in others, and go for the goal. Don't stop till you get there.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Tabb, for interviewing with us today. It was a great pleasure being with you in this interview. And may God bless you in all your endeavors and always keep going to the top, girl. Going to the top.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm on my way.
Thank you,
Yep.
everyone, for tuning in. Our production is on March 26th at 5 p.m. at 5889 Jefferson Avenue in Newport News. The zip code is 23605. Make sure you get your tickets. They are available on Eventbrite and on BookTix. And as always, thank you for tuning in. You have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.